So on page 37, he talks about the soul, and he says that what if the soul is epiphenomenal of matter? And he compares that to magnetism. So let's just talk about that for a second. So magnetism, if you don't know, magnetism is when polarity of atoms are aligned enough. And that alignment with enough mass of, for example, iron atoms that have a certain charge, if all these charges are aligned in their polarity, so north and south, then you get magnetism. You get an effect that occurs from these things. When something is non-magnetic, it's because it's the atoms inside of it, their polarities are all mixed. They're all in different directions, and so they're not aligned. They're all kind of counteracting each other. But if you can make, and that's why if you did in science class, if you, I think if you like rub it in one direction, then you can make the magnet stronger. And what you're doing is you're aligning the atoms, the iron atoms in the magnet, to be the same direction. And if you do that, then you're, of course, increasing the power of it. So the metaphor is that, okay, is that not what the soul is, or the willpower? Is that not, yes, we have neurons, and yes, there's electricity between them, but all of those things working together produce and what's called an epiphenomenon, meaning that it's more than, it's beyond simply the individual sources. It's not as if it's simply you cannot find the soul, or you cannot find magnetism in each neuron or each iron atom. It is something that is an emergent phenomenon from all of them working together. Same thing, another example you could use is a puzzle. So all the pieces do not make a picture, the final picture, but once you put them all together and you stand back, then you can see a picture. You can see a new experience. And that new experience of viewing this picture is nothing that can be found in each piece. So that's the point of calling it an epiphenomenon.